Hi everyone, this is Nightcrawler Paranormal. We thought we'd come on and we'd introduce ourselves. I'm Mandy, of course. We're going to try and get everybody else in. It's the first time I've ever done like a live where you try and call guests in, so bear with me a little bit. We've got Mark over here.
Hello.
From Nightcrawler Paranormal. He does all our camera work. So you're pretty good, ain't you, Mark?
Am I?
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, we're going to see if we can get our guests in as well. I don't know if we're going to. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we're going to get that. Anyhow, they should have the things to come in anyway. If they don't, we'll just carry on as per normal, Mark, like we normally do.
Yeah.
We've just thought we'd introduce ourselves and say hello and chat about what happened the weekend. If you want to talk to us or ask us questions, then carry on. We don't mind.
I think we should have a talk about the church that we went to, actually. It's pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, the church was pretty cool. Huh?
You know.
On Friday night when we was at the church.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
You
know,
it's quite. I find that church at Licky Church quite dark, I think.
Well, it was.
Don't you think? It is quite dark. Compared to some of the ones we've been to. I think that one's quite a dark church, isn't it?
Yeah.
I find the one end is sort of, it's okay round the one side, isn't it? But when you get to the other side, I mean, it's been a couple of times I've been there. What do you think, Mark? Yourself?
Well, as you know, I'm a non-believer myself, and I'm a type of person who believes something when I see it. But I did experience the one thing at that church was where I was like, it felt like I'd been punched in the back, but without the punch. It was like the after effects of a punch, if you like.
Yeah.
And I moved out of that area, and basically that feeling, that pain, completely disappeared. Prior to that, it went pretty cold. Which
you did go cold. And your hands were warm, wasn't they? Your hands still.
I don't know. I feel the cold in my hands anyway.
Yeah, well, my hands were still pretty warm, and but the rest of my body was freezing. It was absolutely freezing.
I mean, we searched the names on the stones, and
yeah, we did. We did search the names on the stones,
and on the necrophonic, we got some of them names come out, like Susan.
Yeah, that's true.
She was a singer.
Yeah.
And we actually got somebody sing on necrophonic.
That was Sue. That was when I asked her to sing.
Yeah, that was.
And she actually sung as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty awesome. That was. And then we actually went round to the other side where we've been before, actually, and we actually had Leah come on, and we had a dark shadow. It was just me and Leah at the time, and we had a dark shadow come over me. It completely blocked me out. It frightened Leah at the time.
He was only a couple of feet apart, though, weren't you?
Yeah, we was, and it completely blocked me out, and She jumped. She made me jump, and Leah was actually scratched that first time. And of course, the second time we went, Mark was actually thumped, felt like a thump in his shoulder, and it went very, very cold. But after that, Stephen and Mark actually went and had an investigate round the back of the church, where we were standing, and we actually found a gravestone with the name of the Reverend on there. I can't remember his last name, can you?
No, it was Johnson.
I know it was John. But while we was doing the investigation, this John actually came up on the necrophonic, the name John. And it wasn't until we actually looked and saw that this Reverend John, he was actually the first reverend of the church in the 1800s.
We believe that he may be the keeper.
And we reckon he may be the keeper of the church. And as you know, keepers are the people who try to keep you out of the church. They don't like you being there. They don't like you talking to the spirits. And that's why they're called keepers. And he quite a few times told us to get out, to run, and made us feel as if we wasn't there. Obviously, we stood our ground. Mark was thumped. It was very cold there in that particular spot as well. And then, thanks to AJ, who had took some screenshots for us, we had some really great photos. I've had them checked by
a
photographer, Jake.
Thanks for that, Jake.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. That was really appreciated. And he highlighted the photographs up for us. And there were 3 actual spirits standing there. And he actually did say he has tried his best to debunk the photograph.
As a
photographer, he's tried everything to debunk them, and he can't. He said they look genuine.
Which they were.
Because we never took the photographs. It would come off a live feed.
And they were screenshotted.
By AJ. Also, we had another photograph which was taken from around by the other side of the graveyard that Leah took herself. She had screenshotted it because she actually didn't come that night. And it was of a little dog. We had that one checked as well, and he believes that is a little dog too, which we were quite pleased about, wasn't we, Mark?
Yeah, it was.
Also, we had it felt quite busy around there, didn't it? It was quite busy. We actually had somebody called Steve, and there was actually a Steve on a gravestone, and Mark, who was right up in the corner, wasn't he, Mark?
Yeah.
He was actually right there in the corner.
I actually thought they was trying to get in touch with me, basically,
but it wasn't, was it? He was trying to get in touch.
He was just right next to a grave that actually said Mark.
Yeah.
So whether it was something to do with that.
Because we had Sarah going around checking names, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which she's very good at, isn't she? She's very good at research, isn't she, Sarah?
She does all our research and that.
Yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we got Tracy, my other daughter, Tracy Akers. She does a lot of research work for us as well, and we like to thank both Sarah and Tracy for that. I want to thank Leah for her help and the actual photography work she does. She does some amazing shots.
Steve's our bodyguard.
Yeah, Steve's our bodyguard.
And also one of our film guys.
He also does a lot of film work when Mark isn't around. And he's also a very good investigator. He tends to hear a lot of stuff we don't.
Leah is a bit more on the medium side, isn't she?
Leah is more medium side. She tunes into them very well. I tend to just feel that they're around. I tend to feel that they're and it's pretty good, isn't it? We're pretty good as a team. We work together really.
Yeah, close knit.
We are close knit, aren't we?
Yeah.
We all get on really well.
You know. we always welcome people if they want to come along with us and that, you know.
Yeah, we love it.
You know, we're out to prove that they exist. You know, whether we get a response that night if we do a live, you know, it's a bonus, but you know, it doesn't always work out that way. You know, we can go on investigations and we might get nothing at all, really. You know, it just depends on the night, really, I suppose. You know, but we've got a lot of equipment that we use, haven't we?
Yeah. I tend to like using basic stuff, easy stuff. You know, I have got a lot of equipment. I've got an SLS camera and other things, that lasers and everything. But I usually find that if you stick to basics, it usually works out for the best, doesn't it, Mark?
Yeah, I think if anything's going to, you know, show itself or come, it's going to, you know, it'll certainly make itself clear. You know.
But the one thing I do emphasise to the whole team, Leah and everybody, I always say, you know, when we're out there, you call out, you only answer to what's heard. You don't make it up. I won't have it. I won't have any fake
foul play or anything like that.
No, I won't have none of it. What you see is what you get. If you get something, great, we get it. If we don't, then that's the way it is. We don't.
I mean, on our live feeds, what we're going to be doing is a little competition, like, you know, where you can actually win something. But I'll let Mandy explain that to you.
Well, just lately we've been doing a Friday night investigation and a Saturday investigation lately. And we decided as a team, because we've got some really good followers, and we've got Jane, who actually helps us out in psychic ways as well, doesn't she? And she's very good. And thank you, Jane, for that as well. We owe you a big thank you as well. And we've also got Seeker James, who actually comes in. He's a medium as well, and he helps us out sometimes. And we thank you, Seeker James, too.
And Steve Herbert, you know.
Yeah, Steve Herbert. We've been
Simon.
on and Simon. We've been on a few investigations with them, and they've been absolutely great. And we've loved it. We've loved it. And we love Reg too as well, but we ain't going to tell them that. we go to see Reg, really. But shh. But, oh, well, here we go. Yeah, little mole.
My old pal.
Yeah. Anyhow, we'll get back to what we was going to say about a competition. On Friday or Saturday, it depends. Sorry about that. I don't know where we went there, but we did. On Friday or Saturday, depending, we're going to have a little competition for all the people who support us and give us comments and everything like that. I've decided that we're going to do
we're going to hide something.
We're going to hide something. That's
out of character.
Yeah, it's out of character with wherever we are, and we want you to spot it.
Basically, if we're in an old building or something like that, we might put a new brick on the wall of an old building which is out of character, and whoever identifies anything like that,
your name will be put in the hat.
Yeah, whoever writes it in the comments will, you know,
and gets it right.
We'll put that in a hat and draw the hat, and they basically win the prize, which is a decent prize. Trust me. You know, it's not no Mickey Mouse thing. It's a proper device for ghost hunting.
It may be a REM-pod bear I might decide to throw in, or a REM-pod, or, you know, anything like that. I even make REM-pod dolls. So EMF pumps and things like that. I haven't decided yet, but it's going to be one of them.
But you've got to come to the live feeds to, you know, to be involved. You know? So come and watch us. You know, we do some really good investigations, and they're very honest. You know, there's no messing about. There's no fakery, or if something happens, it happens. You know, trust me, it's real. It's what you see is real.
You won't fake nothing. I won't have it.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, that's enough for us tonight. We're not going to waste all your Sunday night chit-chatting with us. I'm sure you've got better things to do. And we'll see you on Friday. Okay, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Yeah. Cheerio.
Bye-bye.